Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity tarot card reading with Kate Winslet. We're going to get into this reading in just a minute, but first take some time to go hit subscribe and that bell. Other than that, my name is Jordan. We're going to get started here. I am Hangman Tarot. If I haven't met you yet, it is lovely to meet you. We are going to get into Kate Winslet's reading after her astrology. And then we'll start the reading. I'm going to go over who the heck she is and her astrologer. Okay, so Kate Winslet was born October 5th, 1975. Come on. Hold on. Where did it go? Okay. Anyway, so she was born in England. God, at 2 p.m. And then she's an actress. She's an English actress, actually. And she works for independent films, particularly period dramas, and for her portrayals of headstrong and very complicated women. And she has received a lot of accolades. Academy Awards, Grammy Awards, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. I could continue. I could go on, but we all know who she is. If you have seen Titanic, that is Kate Winslet. That is Rose on that show with Leonardo DiCaprio. Her birth path is a 1, by the way. And Libra, and Sagittarius is her rising sign. All right. We're going to get into this. I'm just going to get into a celebrity, just general reading. So it's just going to go wherever I throw the cards. I didn't want to get too specific on where we go with this. So we'll just get into this reading. Libra. Okay, so a little bit about her is that she definitely is in flow emotionally. She is loving. She is very childlike. Her emotional level of consciousness is probably very, very expressive, and it's very excited. I just feel like she's a very excitable person, something where she's kind of like bursting out of her seems like when she's having a conversation with somebody. So again, this person leads with her heart. A lot of times, sometimes there could be an intensity that she's just not quite aware of, or she's aware of it, but it's not something that she's brutally like working on or anything. And other than that, I think that overall she's very lucky in karma. She's got a lot of positive energy, and she's always like kind of going the right direction wherever she's supposed to be going. That is. Let's get into any challenges that are in the past for Kate Winslet. We'll find out the situation and then the root and the influences around it. Okay. 3 of air, ace of air, 6 water, reverse. Okay. So anything going on in the past had to do, and it wasn't something that was changed or something that maybe she's healed from, because it is in reverse. I feel like she's definitely probably in a place where she's already moved on from it, but this would have needed a lot of forgiveness to really change it or transform from this. But again, there's some sort of situation where it's just very sorrowful. It's very heavy. So I don't know how to explain that. That is very intense. It's a very intense feeling. It is something that she neglects to deal with, and anything kind of influencing around it, again, is just there's no inspiration to communicate about it. There's no inspiration to clear things up or to get into a place where she's adjusting things or changing things, especially when it comes to this situation. This could have had something to do with something when she's alone. I'm feeling like she was alone during this moment, whatever this was, that was like extremely heavy. And I feel like even though she was alone, she had like a few angels by her. I feel like she was very, very protected in that moment. And that might be why she doesn't talk about it, but she doesn't really acknowledge the protection during it. So it could have just been like, even still to this day, just very indecisive about it, very confused about it, whatever it was that had happened in the past. Okay. And a likely outcome from that situation, again, is just it's lacking harmony. It's lacking peace or balance from memories or childhood. And the nostalgia just is not there when it comes to this situation. It's not very, it's very heavy, whatever it is, whatever that is. Bleh. Okay, so whatever's going on currently, let's get into our current reading here for her. That kind of influenced from the past. Okay, so all to do, there's stability with whatever she's doing as far as her work. I think that there's definitely some sort of a celebration. I don't know what that is. And a lot of her personal energy is going into it. And I feel like she seeks whatever this is, this contentment from that. There's contentment from this. So I feel like she seeks this out, whatever this is. And it's inspiring. And she has a lot of energy when she's doing it. Again, opportunity, a lot of abundant. It's abundant. It's always kind of like giving too. But whatever this is, it's lots and lots of stability. Because there was some sort of like lie, or I feel like there was some sort of untruth or something that was very spoken out loud and it wasn't supposed to be spoken out loud. And this has to do with her work. Okay. And it's just like she's not wanting to like speak very boldly about this, but this is something that was outspokenly said. And so I feel like whatever that is, it was truthful, but it felt like, and it didn't feel honest. Something didn't feel honest about it. And it could have had something to do with whatever progression she was in, trying to find balance in her work or her job. What does that mean? That's a weird. Yeah, because these are messages and it's something about reflecting on it even. So some sort of like reflecting legalities or a court situation, maybe that had something to do with it. But I do feel like there was a lot of planning going into this and going into this as, finding progress, partnering up with somebody or joining forces with somebody just to get into a place of that contentment. And this has something to do with the past also, whatever this is. And again, messages or legal papers. That's weird. That's weird. All right, let's find out how she feels about herself. How does Kate Winslet feel about herself? Girl, ran all the way over there. She doesn't feel as prepared as she should be. And that's just like in general, currently, specifically. I do feel like she does feel like she's not able to bounce back as quickly as she once was able to. And I feel like this has a lot to do with any kind of change or growth. And it's just like, I don't feel like I'm prepared all the time, or I don't feel like I'm protected or recognized, especially within her job or whatever it is that she's seeking out spiritually. I definitely feel like her purpose in life is to get into that place where she's feeling like really accomplished, especially within her job and spiritually. So that might even be something that she's kind of like trying to figure out, because we all know she has talent. We all know she's being recognized in so many other ways, but it's almost like a spiritual or a body thing too. Connection to the body or the spirit. Likely outcome. No. Okay, let's find out how the world feels about her. The world feels like she changes and she's progressing as, she evolves into, every year brings in something new. Like she's always, like trying to keep up with the time, if that makes sense. So she's, in flow with the wheel, and she's always starting new projects and new beginnings. And anything that really surrounds that is determination. We see her as, resilient. We see her as bouncing back. We see her in all of these ways. But there's just all the information that we are intaking and watching and seeing. And the experience is definitely, she's determined. We feel like there's a huge challenge and she will definitely walk over to it and take care of it. Let's find out a likely outcome for the next month or so. What we need to know. Likely outcome is she's going to continue to try and find fulfillment and empower herself, and trying to, walk towards or, search something here. I feel like, again, with that, seeking something out. But this has more to do. almost like a needy feeling. Likely outcome is she's going to continue to keep pushing forward. She's not at all fulfilled in the space of love as of right now. But that might be why she's acting like not as cheerful, because she's really determined to find something. She's really trying to find fulfillment in something. This could be the body or the spirit or in the heart. I mean, I know that like she's definitely in that place, but there's probably more air elements. So I feel like she's definitely mind drawn. So the mind is definitely leading her, but I don't know. So that spiritual would help like a ton though, if, you know, she could get into some clarity within the mind as far as her free will or her experience here, as far as, you know, communicating or any problems that she might have or any worries or tensions. I feel like this would, you know, release her from being bound to that, because she does have a lot of self-doubt. She definitely has self-doubt, and she's not as bold or direct as she should be either. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please, and thank you. Go ahead, share, like, and follow on your social media, as well as checking out mine in the details below. Go ahead, if you want a request to go and check out the comments, leave one of those comments, or you can get a hold of me down there in social media also anytime. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this Kate Winslet tarot card reading. I'll be back with another celebrity reading, so stay tuned for that. See you later.